I'm in for it all.
The Jada and Will one.
Lately I've been feeling charged. I'm in for it all. Yeah, I need it all. Give me smoke to fight a spot, everything else that's involved.
Welcome, y'all. And we are live. Welcome to Here For It All. I'm your host for today. I'm Saint, as you can see. And we have Auntie with us. We have B with us, Dan with us, and the gorgeous Tay Tay. And we are here for it all. We're just here to talk about any and everything. We ask you to like and subscribe. Tell your friend to tell a friend. We're new, and we just hope you enjoyed the show. So we're going to go over a couple of topics that just been in the news. You know, everybody probably seen. But we're going to go to a small icebreaker. I'm going to go to Dale first. Dale, can you hit us with an icebreaker question?
I need a question. I thought you was going to give me one to answer or what I thought about one. But what's the icebreaker question? Something's going on in the
If not,
world.
anybody else? If not Dale, anybody seen something? Or anybody got a question about anything?
Well, I got something interesting to talk about, and I think
All
this
right,
is
let's hear it.
underrated, and I think we could all give some type of opinion, but this is a fucking underrated fucking
Where you go to ask the question? Well, I don't know where Delmar went to ask this question. Hopefully he'll be back in. This is crazy. Can y'all hear me? Hello?
I'm muted. I was muted. You got me muted.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what
happened to Dale.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Dale. So we'll just wait for him to come back on. Anybody else seen something, had a good question? You know what? I got a question. I don't know if it's my is it what I'm looking at, because I'm surely not going to search for it online. But like a lot of times when I'm online or I'm on Instagram just scrolling, especially recently, that's all been coming across my feed is everybody fighting. It's just been so many fights. And I know it's the summertime.
Oh my God, me too. I thought it was me.
It just seemed like odd. It seemed like odd this many fights.
I thought it was just me. I'm seeing fights all over the place.
Yeah, and I get it, but I don't understand, like, why is it so angry, or what generation is it? So it's the younger kid, but I've been seeing older people.
No, because I seen them all bras
right
shuffling in the street like.
Yeah. So I'm not sure, like, so what's your opinion on the fighting? Is it just because it's summertime? Or is it because this is what my Instagram feed is? Or is this just real life out here? We out here fighting like this. This is crazy.
It's real life.
I think it's real life. And
did y'all see the video of the old man? They call him the Denzel.
Oh yeah.
Because
no, what happened?
I think it was or something, but it was a car accident. He got out and started shooting at the other person, and they literally both out their cars shooting at each other while cars are behind them. Like, the bullets can hit anybody.
Everybody.
But then the older man, he start trying to walk the man down. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this stuff is.
Yeah. Everybody got crazy. A gun. Everybody just like, and it's just, I don't know. I'm just like, do you move away from it? Do you just deal with it? It's
gonna be everywhere.
Like, that's what, because I was talking to Raynon. Hey, Cookie. I was talking to Raynon, and I was like, he was like, it's gonna be everywhere, whether you move or not. You're gonna see some type of this. Yep. But because I was like, I don't want to live around this. Like, okay, like we can't have a neighborhood and it got to be the hood. Why we got to be like? it's just getting crazy. Like nobody is trying to teach. I just see the young women out here fighting like y'all so precious. Y'all just don't know. Y'all supposed to be beautiful young ladies out here trying to
Well,
do
look
what
at the
y'all have
fight that
to do.
happened downtown for opening day. You know, all those fights down there. Like, that's ridiculous. But the thing that gets me is we wonder why our Caucasian people look at us, you know what I'm saying, and have so many things to say about us because we can sometimes conduct ourselves in such a horrible manner. Like even at work, you could tell somebody, okay, the medication didn't come in today. We flying off the handles. Oh my God, you said no. I mean, I ain't got no control over what happens. But then you got the next person. Okay, I understand it's not your fault. But why are we like that though? Like why as a black community, why are we so angry and aggressive and
Yeah,
want
it
to go
seems
off the
like
chain about everything instead of using
what
conflict
Martin
resolution
said,
or our brain,
what
common
Martin said, why
sense?
can't we all just get along?
like we
Listen.
snapping first and not like we don't. I'm not sure because like I know everybody has dealt with some type of customer service at some point in their life. It's just like we're not asking questions or being patient even with each other, that even understanding that other person needs to be patient but you need to be patient as well. It's just like everybody got to know everybody have some type of weapon these days, and I guess I'm surprised they fighting. I'm really surprised they fighting because everybody first instinct is just to pull out a gun first.
Well,
So it's
that's
just
why you have to be careful because did you see the kids that got killed at the gas station? It was a car accident. They went to the gas station and then they jumped out on the people in the other car and they shot and killed three of them.
and there was
You
a young
know,
lady. It was a young
yeah,
lady, and I
it was
was
a
just like,
her brother and her boyfriend. But it's like
wow.
nobody's thinking these days. Everybody is just so
Because their
blown off of
mind,
emotion. You
yeah,
know, I can't
there's
hear
a lot
Cheryl.
of, you can't hear me, T? Hey,
Go
Tay,
ahead, go ahead, Auntie.
you can't hear me?
Yeah, go ahead,
No, I was just saying there, who was talking, Tay Tay or Cookie?
Tay Tay.
I can't hear
Yeah,
her.
their minds are reprobate. There's a lot of mental illnesses, or I wouldn't even say illnesses, but a lot of mental health things that they don't know how to deal with. They don't know how to cope because they have no outlet, and it's
Shit.
just what'd you say, Dale?
I don't know about no outlet. There's a lot of shit you can go to. It's
Yeah, but
more
if you
now
don't
than
have the
ever.
information, if you don't have the information, or if you're not privy to the information or the resources, then you just out here shit out of luck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know
But
where to
do
go.
you think, Cheryl, do you think, because like you said, resources, this me, I'm kind of fucked up when I think in certain patterns, but I really think ever since everybody been mentioning mental health, everybody like, yep, now I got mental health problems. When we go back years before they just start making it public, it wasn't a lot of mental health problems.
That's true too. That's
Yeah,
true. Everybody got
yeah.
mental health issues too.
But or did we
So
already
is
have
that
them? And it
excuse to
wasn't.
be more weak minded? Like, fuck it, my mental health, I'm
No,
fucked up.
Yeah,
I
I
need a
think
it's
people
mental
are
health
using
day.
it. I think a lot of people really do have mental, and especially in the black community, that's something that you don't want to really talk about. So it took us a long time to get here to really be like, okay, I need to talk to somebody because my
But
mental
what's the
health.
cause? But
But
why we just?
But
Oh, Delmar is saying, but like, where's
why is
the
the
mental
spike? What
issues?
happened to this 20
right,
years
no,
ago
that's what I'm
when
saying.
What
I
people,
get
happened
it.
to we mentally ill now? What
That's a
happened to
cop out. That for a
it
lot of
wasn't
people, it's a
like the
cop out.
suicide rate was up more when it wasn't talked about. It's up more now that it's talked about.
right? And so
So
that's why I don't
like
understand. Like,
I
I'm
think it's a
thinking,
cop
I'm being
out.
honest. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. That's what the
Yeah,
fuck
it's
I'm
a
really
that's
honestly feeling
they
like.
want to
I'm
say
not
they as
saying it
soon as
don't
something happen.
exist.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'd be a fool to say it don't exist because we all go through emotional stages in our life, different phases. But at
hmm
the end of the day, like I don't know the numbers on the shit. We might do the research, but I think it then spiked hundreds or if not thousands of time of people saying they having mental health problems than they were 20 years ago. And what made them tougher than us now?
I guess it was just a different time then, maybe.
So
Like Casey
then
said,
that mean we need to move back as a society if
I mean,
we
it seemed like it was
progressing and
getting in like
fucking up and we fucking up each other mental health.
Yeah.
We need to regress,
But I think
digress, whichever one.
I think a lot of people use it as an excuse as to why they are who they are or act the way they do. So, you have people out here that's acting back crazy. And the first thing you do is, okay, my mental health, because once a judge or anybody hear that, okay, it's a lesser, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, we just gonna get you some help. But it's really no help though.
It's like me, this me, whatever, and y'all got to tell me if it's a difference or not. But whatever,
Mhm.
whenever somebody's going through something emotionally and they don't want to think about it, they like, oh yeah, it's fucking my mental health up. But you just going through some normal emotional
Mhm.
phases that you've been
Mhm.
that everybody
Yeah.
been experiencing and going through.
Mhm.
But since you don't want to process your emotions properly, you gonna say your mental health fucked up now.
Mhm. And they're getting away with it now. They get
I
away
don't
with
get
it
it.
in court now. That's all you got to say is I have mental health issues, and you can get away with it now. It's just
But
like,
what if they
like,
really do?
and I get that, Auntie,
And
but
that's
people are
not to
just
the people
overusing it.
that has been diagnosed as bipolar or anything else. None, I'm not speaking about that. But I'm talking about us in our everyday life. Us. Some of us on this motherfucking podcast might be like, yep, my mental health, I got to take back.
But
I don't
even if
know.
we are though, but even if we are, like, we should be trying to see why are we so, why do we need so much help? Like, what happened? Something had to happen along these years. It was a breakdown
Besides the,
somewhere.
no, it's a boom of social media. That's the only thing I could fucking.
Yeah, that's one
I
thing
don't think
too.
we're not computers. We're not meant to process and store all this fucking information. You got enough in your day-to-day life what you dealing with, but now when you being nosy and you in five, six, seven, 800, 1,000 other motherfuckers business, yeah, you gonna have some fucking problems.
And trying to compete with them, you know.
What?
Mhm.
Now
Oh.
you depressed. But that's
Hmm.
is so is depression emotional or mental? Which one is it?
I think it can be
I
both.
think it's both.
So you
Yeah.
I think we motherfucker. I
I
do
think
think
it's
I think so too.
spiritual.
I'm agree. I do.
No, I think it's spiritual because it's a root to every problem. I
It
think it's
is.
always a root to every problem. Whatever we have, whatever our problems
And,
might be,
and
everybody's
that's true.
problems are not the same. I
Or
think
is it
it's a root.
spiritual? Shit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
It's
what
that's
I
what
think.
she
yeah,
just
that's what
Yes.
she
said.
said. That's what
Yeah.
she said.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of things, like it's a lot of things that people may have going through in their earlier parts of life. Their trauma, it could be trauma, built up trauma,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And now it's like they done got to the point where
Yep.
now it's overtaking them. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my
Mhm.
God, like I didn't know I needed
Yeah.
help on
And I
this. You know what
think
I'm
that's where
saying?
the medication comes in at instead of seeing where we
Because they
work.
want to block out the noise. That's
Huh?
what that
But
is, to block
Yeah,
that
out.
they
mean the
want out the
problem still
noise.
remains though if you taking
Yeah, that's
anything
true.
for it.
That's true. That's true.
Whether it help deal with it and block it out,
Yeah,
that
because like,
problem's still there. You just taking something to deal with it.
Right, but
right.
And that's not always the
I
best
think it's
course.
gonna take time because okay, if you've been through traumatic events or if you've been going, you know, not realizing the root problem of however you've been feeling all these years. Once you
Mhm.
finally realize, okay, this is what's been going on. It's not an overnight thing just because you recognized what the problem was. It's going to take some time for all that to now, okay, I gotta unravel and it's gonna take some time, but at the end of the day, the person has to be willing to give themselves some time to heal instead of trying to rush it and using it as an escape. When stuff going wrong, you acting a complete fool, and the first thing you want to say is my mental health.
So Tay
Oh,
Tay, I agree with everything you saying.
Somebody
But
got
I'm
an
gonna
echo.
tell y'all, yeah, somebody definitely do. But I remember the first time I heard mental health used like mainstream. And I think y'all gonna be able to relate and go, y'all might remember. But I ain't lying. The first person, and I'm not no disrespect to him, I ain't saying it was bullshit, no nothing. That's they what's the name? But Kevin Love, he was playing hooping. And he took a significant time off from playing basketball to say he needed to work on his mental health. And at the time, I'm like, what the fuck is that nigga talking about? He ain't injured. What do you mean his mental health? And from there, it just like exploded and boomed to me. But that was the first time I heard
Yeah,
somebody say it.
but I'm just thinking if we don't try to figure out why we need the medication just is going to mask things. Like I see now RFK is trying to put out psychedelics because they said that's a huge form. I don't know if anybody see that RFK and Joe Rogan.
Well,
They're
I don't
trying
know
to-
about that part, but I know for sure that there's some like research done for sure that ties psychedelics to mental health improvement as far as being able to get off of different drugs, or even if you have different issues, you know, it does
But
something
is that
to you.
still a masking of something
But-
as well?
No. This is like a revelation of who you are. Like if you listen to Mike
I
Tyson,
got that, but
and
But
I'm not-
see,
and I'm
no.
not-
I got
have
a
to
different.
continuously
listen,
take
this is-
it.
the description that everybody gives is that it reveals who you are. Like you get to see who you really are as a person, I guess, and that changes really your perspective, I guess, on how you approach life. So after you come out of that state, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, that experience, you change because, you know,
that-
go ahead.
Is that why Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock?
That might be.
Okay, listen, we're gonna pause
Might
that
be.
now because we're gonna come back to that because that's gonna be one of our topics.
Yeah,
But
that is gonna be Will
yeah,
Smith.
what you just
Yeah,
asked.
but that's an interesting thing because of the psychedelics. I get it.
I heard it's a
because
backdoor to the spiritual world, and you need to use the front.
I heard that this is just what I've been told, that like Carlton says, it does open up your eyes and make you see a little bit clearer. But
But it
okay,
also
that's
picks
a
up
drug
like
though.
another
That's
kind
a
of-
drug that's making you do
Yeah.
that. So you would have to continuously take this drug to have
Visit
a clear
that.
head, or is it like one and
No,
done?
it's a one-time experience for a lot of people.
Shit,
That's all
Aaron
they- all
Rodgers
you gotta do is
keep
one
going
time,
back.
They good.
I've heard people who've done it. I'm just
Oh,
not.
some people do.
And,
I mean, it's a part of some
then
people's cultures.
it's natural. It's from the earth. It's a mushroom.
No,
Most like
it ain't just a mushroom. It's
That's
from
what
a
I'm saying.
toad. It's DMT.
Yeah,
It's
that's
from
what
a
I'm
toad.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's all different
Mushrooms,
kinds.
toads, all things that like a poisonous toad. Those two, but there are natural. You know what I'm saying? So they would rather go the natural way than Big Pharma. Big Pharma gonna
To
keep
me,
you drugged up. Big Pharma
I don't
gonna
think
say
that don't
you're
sound like
so they're gonna say you're this and that because they want to push these medications on you.
that sounds like
You can
something
keep
more
being on 'em.
spiritually than mentally.
It's that too. But a person that doesn't know how to fight spiritually, they don't know. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying those drugs though, Cheryl.
So
Oh,
let me
shit.
ask y'all this question: would we rather people to be on it to have a stable mindset, knowing
Yeah,
that
I'd
it's
rather
a
have
still
peace.
deeper,
Hey,
but
be
it's a
doped up.
still
Be
deeper
doped up and
issue
sit in
for
the
that
corner and be
person?
quiet.
But that person still has to work out a deeper issue in their head that they can't rely on a drug.
Hey,
So are
what
we
if-
going
what
for
if-
peace
some
or
issues
what?
Can't be worked out.
What you say, Carol? What you say?
What if some issues can't be worked out?
Yeah.
I think all issues can be worked out if the person wants to work it out.
Y'all don't
Yeah,
never
what if
hear
they don't
people
wanna work
have
it out?
bad experiences from
That's
that
what I'm
too, though.
saying. Then do we
Yeah.
just endorse the medication? What
Let
you
them-
think,
let-
Jay? You
let-
work
let
in
them- let them
in
sit
that
in the corner,
health
and
field.
maybe
What you
one day
think,
they
dog?
get
Let me
tired of
ask you,
being doped
Brenda.
up and want to be a productive citizen in this world.
So, do y'all think we should keep them medicated, Brendan, or try to give them the source of how they should really be delivered? Or, yeah.
Delivered.
I think
I
it's-
love
But, I mean,
it.
come on.
Delivered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we
be
Well,
delivered.
Okay, so
these
think about
words.
it. What happens when these medications or whatever is being used is no longer available?
Dun, dun, dun.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
now what happens? You
But-
know,
but
if the
still-
person
Giant.
what?
Go ahead, y'all.
They go do
Go
the
ahead,
same
Brenda.
thing when they couldn't get their Adderall.
Right.
Right, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So
right.
now you have a medication that's controlling their minds, but once it's not available, now all of a sudden we going crazy.
Now
It's
you
like,
have an
okay,
addict
so-
without the drug of their choice.
Exactly.
Period.
Now we
Let's
got
say,
zombies,
let's
and
say
you
this
know,
shit
saying,
out
like,
loud.
I
Let's
can't
say this
function
out
because
loud.
I ain't got
Okay,
it.
listen.
Hey,
So
so now
this
we're
is
going to switch to something else.
listen. So
Right.
this
That's
is
what
a
it is
perfect-
because an addiction turns into another addiction. All this medication, I'm gonna give you Suboxone to get off drugs, but then you get addicted to the
But Shantae,
Suboxone.
would
Like
you
how are we?
rather live in a place where they can have their medication and leave you alone?
No, put them in the
yeah, who
corner and let
wouldn't?
them know.
I mean, don't mess with me at all.
Isolation will wake you up though, straight up. No matter what state you in. For a lot of people, that'll wake you up. Like, damn, I'm tired of being in this room all by myself, doped up, not being a productive person. Because I think
Yes.
every individual has the desire, or it's just our nature to be productive. You know what I'm saying? I think it's in our DNA actually to be productive. And that can go a couple different ways, but yeah, for sure. So I think if you just sit in the corner by yourself, doped up for a while, a lot of people will, wake up. Those that don't, it may be better for them to just be in that corner to, still be alive, to still have a chance tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at that too. So this perspective,
Cookie,
I
you
don't know.
quiet. What you got to say, Cookie? What's your thoughts?
Cookie
It was
on
a
a
lot.
roll.
What?
I feel like we need to try everything to get help. If it's medication that's going to help them, let them take the medication. If it's natural that's going to be natural to help them, let it be natural. I feel like they need all aspects to get help. It'd be childhood trauma, things of that nature. People getting help, seeking help from psychiatrists. I feel like that don't work sometimes when they stop going there, because they feel like they just there to get paid. So it's a long list of issues that go on with medical help. Because sometimes it just don't help, and they don't seek the help either after it's been failed.
Okay.
Well,
So,
a lot of people ain't got insurance and can't afford it either.
Exactly.
So
that too. But this
but
was
they have free. They have free.
But some people don't even know about that. They don't have the resources, Yeah.
okay.
To me, it's ultimately up to that person. If you really want the help, you will seek it by any means necessary.
You're right. I feel the same way. And
Okay. So listen, this was a really good
it's like
gateway
it's out there.
to one of our topics, Sharetta, about you guys seen everything with the guy that killed the 8 kids and everything.
Oh my
I heard
God.
No, it was his 7 kids and his and 8 cousin or whatever.
I
Okay,
kept
did we,
scrolling. I couldn't look at that. Oh,
Okay, so I'm gonna put a clip in. We're gonna watch it and then we're gonna see.
Yeah, he had a shootout with the police. They popped him, didn't they?
Oh, because your life fucked up.
Yeah, because
Right. Start with yourself,
hold
people.
on. Let's watch the clip and then discuss it.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's watch the clip and we're gonna discuss it.
All right. But why are you getting the clip? You got it? Oh, okay. I see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Where is that?
It's about to come up. Turn that up a little bit, Auntie.
Worst that I've seen.
So this happened in Shreveport.
9 a.m.
Shreveport.
Shreveport.
Individuals resided at the location. The caller further stated that the suspect, identified as Shamar Elkins, had shot everyone inside the home. 6:07 a.m. A second call was received regarding a shooting in the 500 block of Harrison Street. The caller stated that her boyfriend had shot her, taken her 3 children, and fled the scene. At 6:10, dispatch linked the Harrison Street shooting with the shooting on West 79th Street, and that they all were related.
All right. Well, we'll stop it right there. So, like Carlton said, it was 7 of his own children and their cousin. I'm not sure what kind of mental issues those were.
But yeah, it was like the wife and the baby mama and the girlfriend or something like
Well,
that.
he was
That got
going through a divorce too, though.
divorce, yeah. So it was the wife,
Yeah, this is
soon
what
to be
I'm saying.
ex-wife, and then the new girlfriend or something. But then he shot both of them too. They both survived.
Yeah. But he said the one he said he was going, he had finally had enough or whatever because he wasn't allowed to see his children or something. the kids after going back and forth with the baby mama and the wife, and a lot of different people were saying, like, people were on social media saying that, like, yeah, I feel dude or whatever.
How old was he? How old was he?
How old was he? I don't think they said how old he was. I don't know. We'll Google it.
You know what?
Well, he was
Hold
old
on,
enough.
Cheryl.
I'm
What
gonna
comments
say
are
what
they
people
making
ain't
by
gonna
they
say.
saying like they feeling, dude? Because all to me, I'm being honest. I'm gonna sum this
Yeah,
shit up. I'm gonna make it simple.
of
It's the
course.
old cliche, misery love company. He was
Yeah,
miserable. He wanted to die, and he took more people with him.
yeah. No, I was
I
just
agree,
saying.
and
I was
that's
just saying that
deplorable. That's
a lot of
horrible. That's
comments, a lot of
terrible.
comments. I was just saying that a lot of comments.
Anybody
Different
love
people
them
was like,
commenters? I'm just being
What
honest.
was the
Anybody
comment,
close to them?
Cheryl? What
Anybody
was
that
the comment? What was the comment?
people were saying, "Oh yeah, I agree with him because do this, do that," and I'm like, he killed his own
so
children,
listen.
his
No,
kids.
but check this angle though. Check this
Anybody
angle.
that made them comments and y'all families of them, y'all need to get the fuck away from them far as possible.
So
Talking
this
about
was
I feel it.
that was the argument that was
That's
going
weird.
on that was the argument that was going on Facebook.
That's really
Yeah,
weird.
I don't agree with none of that. I ain't saying I feel none of that, but at the same time, I hope this is a wake up call for people to
Hmm.
really realize like what men go through as far as not being able to see their children, if that's what it's
Yeah.
really about.
Oh
That's,
hell
To do some
no.
crazy.
Hell
No,
no.
that's
Hell, we
another
ain't
thing
about
they
to,
were
I'm
saying.
sorry. So you kill
bro.
your children because you can't see them?
No, that's not what I'm saying, man. That's not what I'm saying.
So you
All I'm
gotta
saying.
detail it more than that, Carlton. I'm sorry, my guy. But
So let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is those actions, not being able to see their kids, that tips off something else in their mind that takes them to another place. But that's the starting point. The whole point is that's the starting point, not being able to see their kids. I don't know where that take them, and I'm not justifying nothing that no niggas do because that's crazy as hell. I'm not saying I agree with none of that shit, but at the same time, it's truth to that being a starting point for starting people on a fucked up path. Period.
wow.
Hmm.
I don't know. I've been denied seeing my son sometime, and I ain't never felt like fuck it. I can't see him.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm not. See, don't get it messed up. I ain't saying none of that. All I'm saying is there's a trigger point for some people to get started down a
I
negative
think
path
you
where they
got it
can't
kind
be
of fucked
saved.
up. I think
That's
you
all
may
I'm
as well
saying.
say it.
That's
You
all
should
I'm
say
saying.
it's more. It sounds more like a breaking point than trigger point to me. I know you saying the thoughts got to start somewhere, but the way you saying it, I just can't agree with the shit.
That's
I'm
cool. You
sorry.
don't have to. It's my opinion.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what? Okay, so to me, it sounds like I get what Carlton is saying because it's like, okay, you got this baby mama who is trying to do everything to destroy you, right?
Hmm.
Been going through, trying to, oh no, you ain't seeing them because you ain't give me no money. If you going through the course, they ain't gonna have your back because they just full of crap.
But
So
what if
you've
she
been
don't?
going
Hold
through.
on. We don't know the details. I'm sorry for cutting you off, Tay Tay. But we
Oh,
don't
you
know the
good.
details to this situation. And what if the
That's
mother
true
is
too.
denying
That's
I'm
them?
true
not
Hold
too.
on,
talking about.
Carl.
That's true.
I'm not
What if
talking
she's
about this
denying
particular situation.
seeing
I'm
these
just
kids?
saying.
I'm on this situation. That's what I be saying. Let's talk about what the fuck we know and what we don't know. To me, on this situation, what if the mother was denying him because she knew he wasn't mentally right,
Yeah,
and she trying to protect her kids?
that
That's a
could be true too.
possibility.
So we got to look at
That
that.
could be
Let's
true
not
too.
add details to this shit. We just know what we know. And I didn't know she was denying him. And for me, I see a good reason why she should have denied him if that was his end result.
That's
I
true.
agree with that too.
That's
Yeah.
I
true.
agree with
So
that
I'm
too.
just going off what the details is. And if that's that, it sounds like he
But
shouldn't have been
even in
around.
that, what about the congressman that killed his wife? Him and his wife and himself the other day. It was a congressman just killed. I mean,
What?
yeah, it was a congressman. I forgot his name. I should have been prepared. I think he was black too. Did you see him, Brendan?
He wasn't a or he might have, but he was
I
a
thought he was a
lieutenant.
mayor.
He was a
Oh, he
lieutenant
might have been
governor.
something.
He
Yeah.
was the
What was
former
he?
lieutenant governor, and he killed his
Okay.
wife and
A
himself.
lieutenant governor.
Was
But
there any reason behind
why
it?
are we killing people why are we want to die and want to take people with us? Like I'm not
Like,
No.
why
understanding
don't you
that.
start with yourself? I'm not understanding why they
Hmm.
gotta have somebody with them. Go by
Y'all
yourself.
won't,
Shit.
you will never
Murder,
understand that
suicide.
mindset of that person because you're not that person. That's that mental illness clicking in.
So
So
look,
we don't have
yeah,
that that you won't understand it because you're
So
not.
I'm almost to the fact where I would rather them take these psychedelic drugs for them not to be on it. I understand what we saying.
But Red,
We
it's
don't
the
want
dark
them
side. You didn't heard people experience dark shit from taking them psychedelics too. Now
Every medicine has
It all depends on how your body
Because it
reacts.
picks up on your spirit, whatever
it
mood
can
you're
make
in.
somebody snap way worse than what they were.
Spirit you got.
So what
Well,
we
look,
do? So what we
going back
saying?
to
Don't
the
give it. So what kind of
shredder.
help we gonna give them?
This sounds like a big ass experiment he trying to have right now.
Listen, so going back to dude,
Listen, the
going back
Adderall
to
and
dude,
Seroquel ain't working. The Adderall
it
and
is.
Seroquel ain't working for everybody. So
No, because listen, all that's doing is making them sleepy and
Carlito
hungry.
said it's them psychedelic drug, and I've seen the story actually today when they was saying that it just makes you so peaceful. It said you don't have a worry, but you're
What,
not
dude?
high. You're not high, but you don't have a worry or a care. You can do.
I've heard people on TikTok describe it as like they don't hear nothing. Like their mind is just completely silent. Like just like what is that feeling?
Right.
You know, like your
the
mind is
thoughts
shut off
is
to
not
where
racing through their head and stuff like
yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah.
called
No,
Do
I'm
hallucination.
y'all think that's the definition of peace?
No.
I don't think no, not at all.
But
Because to me,
in order
if
for
you
me to
don't
get
have
peace,
no
I kind of want them to
if you
have
walking
that.
around like that, then you don't have no, you know what I'm saying, like no emotion. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you like a
Exactly.
zombie,
You soulless. Yes. And so first
No, but
off,
that's
we gotta
the
go.
So would
interesting
y'all
part
rather them
because
have the racing thoughts through their head?
We gotta understand. We don't know, like, unless somebody actually tell us, and they like, look, I'm having these fucked up thoughts in my head. And I don't know. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not about to act like one. But we don't know. I don't think it's healthy to have nothing going on in your head than something. That's wild.
That's no emotion.
You know,
I
they say
don't
you're
know.
supposed to have over 5 something thoughts
No,
a day.
I kind of rather them to be on their medication
Just walking around
they
like
figure it out until they figure it out on their own. But
So
stay
it was
on
like in the 90s when they used to say them people was on, what was that shit? Them weird
Really?
it's not just Ritalin. No, it was the ones that make them like zombies. Like just give them and let them shut the fuck up. Make them a
Prozac.
zombie.
Prozac,
Prozac, those type of shit. They was on a bunch of that shit in the 90s.
Prozac, lithium.
And
Yeah.
it's like that's what it did to them. And I seen it in living color. I seen people on drugs, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They peaceful, Sharetta, but they a shell of themselves.
Yeah. And that's why a lot of them don't like to take the medications because it makes them feel like not themselves. So they don't take it because they'd rather just tweak out than have they feel like a zombie.
Well, I would rather them be calm.
Yeah, you would rather be calm.
Until they can figure it out.
They can't figure it out. They're not figuring it out because they don't want to.
But I agree with them.
Figure it out, but they don't want to take the medication.
Yeah, I agree with Bill, though. We don't know the long-term effects of it, if they keep taking all this medication.
Yes, this is an experiment.
Hey,
when did he say he want to move forward?
The short-term effect is they gonna jump off the building if they ain't taking it. How about
Exactly.
that?
So listen. So dude said I was reading his interview that they had with him, and they said because this happened on Easter Sunday. So it wasn't because I guess he couldn't see the kids or none of that.
Wait, that just ain't happened. That been happened.
Yeah, listen, no, this just happened Easter Sunday. But he said that
oh my word, I thought it was.
And I'm reading. They said they could hear their children playing in the background during
It
the
started
call.
2 weeks ago, basically, Ted.
Yeah. So they said Mr. Elkins told them through tears that he wanted to take his own life because his wife wanted a divorce, that he was drowning in dark thoughts. So basically, then he said he remembered him telling them that people, he said some people, and I quote, I'm using quotations, this is his direct words. He said some people don't come back from their demons.
See?
So he felt like
from their what?
Demons.
From their demons.
That sounds like a threat right there.
It's not the right
demons.
Answer. It's demons.
Oh, demons.
And he was They said that he was when they were younger, that they were struggling, and that he was, he was addicted
But
to crack.
those are kids, y'all. And if he don't hurt his own kids, what makes y'all think other people won't hurt other people's kids? That's why I know this is not a good answer that I'm giving, but I would prefer them to be on those type of drugs where they don't have no thoughts
But
instead of harming somebody's innocent child.
But what happened to when, like,
So, Sharetta, this the thing.
Old people, women,
Who
and
gets
kids
to
used be
say?
off
Who
limits.
gets to say on who get doped up or not? Because that's when it becomes political and shit. Who gets to be like, all right, you there, you on this. You don't think no more.
Why they do it now?
Because that's basically what we saying. We gonna be the somebody
It's
gotta
gonna
be the
be. It has
judge.
to be levels to it.
You don't
Depending
got
on
no
the
more
Yes.
thoughts, my guy.
It's levels to
levels.
Seroquel. You don't just start off with Adderall. You don't
Right.
start off with Ritalin. You start off with the Seroquels and stuff, then move yourself up.
But
I
that's
mean,
the
you-
thing. Adderall and Ritalin is totally different. Seroquel put your ass down.
Mm-hmm.
I know Adderall and the other ones are uppers.
Yeah.
I don't know the upward and downer effects.
I know. You know I
was just
know.
trying to say
My experience.
Seroquel is maybe less effective. I mean, a
So
starter.
when do you get to say, all right, this person got to start taking something right now?
When the
Do
when
he
the
have to go
healthy
through
stuff
therapy
not
first and talk to a doctor? And they
Yes.
like, yeah, this person qualifies to not think no
Yes.
more.
Yes. And
And let's see how strong of a dose we gonna give them.
I want to know what. I want to know what the therapist is taking after they hear everybody's shit.
Oh, they say the therapist. Now I could understand because to be a therapist, I'm about to be honest. I study everybody I fuck with, so it's sort of I do consider myself an empath, and sometimes by taking on other people's shit, it can be a burden on you. So I have heard that a lot of therapists are more fucked up people than some of the people they talking to.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all ever heard that or no? And I can kind of
I
understand it because you're taking on so many different emotional
I can understand
and mental
that, yeah.
burdens. It could weigh you the fuck down.
I
Yeah, I
don't
can
trust
understand
half of
that.
these
Well, that's
therapists.
just like. Well, that's just like. You know,
Or at least you gotta be very disassociative to be a fucking therapist.
Well, that's just like EMS workers and police officers. Like the amount of stuff that they see doctors.
It's a toll
Like
on
I
them, yes.
understand why they will become alcoholics or drug addicts because if you're constantly seeing people coming into the hospital being, you know what I'm saying, you constantly seeing dead bodies all day long. And you
But what
know, when
about
it
the
comes
news
down to
people,
children.
Jay?
Yeah,
What about
that
the
too.
news people? Yeah,
Well,
they report
they're not
this
the first
stuff.
ones looking at the actual, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, them too. So I mean, yeah, that's
They saying
tough.
like, yeah, they are reporting it, but they ain't seeing the shit firsthand like these
Yeah,
other
they not
professionals.
seeing the dead
Yeah, but I
body, you
wouldn't
know.
want to keep reporting the same stupid death every single day.
Why, Sharetta, you made everybody.
Not the stupid
Why
death.
is this that's that disassociative shit right there, Sharetta, I'm talking about. Because you just said a human life, we don't care what it play out in. You just said it's a stupid death. Like, yes, it's senseless, it's senseless, and like it's repetitive, but not stupid, right?
You are 100% right, and unlike Brendan, I can admit when I'm wrong.
Oh, Brendan. Don't be throwing Brendan in there. I got your back, Brendan.
I don't pay her no attention.
Good.
She's just trying to get a response, and you're not going to get one from me.
That was a good topic, though.
That was. You ready?
All right. Yeah. Well, what's our next topic? Jada. Let me go to Jada. Oh, Jada. Good old Jada, right? Oh, you got to put Jada in.
I like Jada and Will.
Oh,
So
is we talking about what Jada said?
Yeah.
They tried to.
Recently, she's just been on everybody's talk show again. You know, all these women is just embarrassing their husband, and I don't understand why they don't know they are embarrassed.
It's for relevance.
She's been doing this for 20 years to him, so she's the OG of this shit.
And now everybody else starting to embarrass their husband. Steph Curry then jumped on his wife, just embarrassing him like it never been. What about the white lady? Hey, Carlton, did you see the white lady who was messing with the Patriots coach? She got
Diana Rossini, Mike Vapor.
Yeah, Rossini.
I heard about it.
Oh,
She everybody
wow.
everybody
So,
just do what they want to.
You must watch Joe Budden and her what her and her conversation she was saying about her conversation with her husband.
Yeah, I seen
But
the
see,
clip of
I kind of see what Joe Budden and his people was talking about. Well, Joe didn't really express it, but everybody else did. They like, look, she's in a male dominated field, and when she's at work, she's becoming one of the guys. That's the banter. That's the shit
But you
talking.
don't have to put your husband down to be one of the guys. She said my husband is average. He ain't a looker. She was
I didn't
like,
hear that
my
part.
mama. She was like, my mama
Whoa.
wanted me to marry Jimmy Garoppolo, but I married him. Like, you don't do that. You don't just do that.
I didn't hear that part.
I've been listening to Jada.
But yeah, Jada is now saying that Will is embarrassing her. You ready, Auntie?
But look, hold on before y'all leave. Now y'all see why when Joe Budden, I'm glad we on topic. They was like, y'all seen this clip? And he was like, yeah, God made Adam and Eve and everything was perfect. And Eve was just like, I'm waiting for more. And then Melissa Ford say, I don't get the joke. And they was like, that's it. Women always want more. Like, I don't give a fuck. And that seemed like the type of subject right there.
Y'all always
Her
want
husband
more.
sound like he's successful. And she like, well, I should have married. Yeah, bitch, take who wants you. Jimmy probably wants you, bitch.
Are we
Not
never
take who wants
satisfied?
Not take who
Cookie,
wants you.
Cookie, you agree with that? Women are never satisfied. Do you agree with that?
I can't speak for other women, but I don't agree with it because
They tell you
We
agree
hold
with
on.
that?
We going
Women
with
never
majority,
satisfied?
Tay. Don't just put yourself in your shoes. We gotta-
Majority? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. With the majority, yeah.
I've been saying for 15 years now, I ain't lying. I'd be like, you could give a woman the world and she gonna look up and be
And
like,
especially
what about the moon?
especially
Can you get the moon now?
especially with social media blooming, okay? So you got your man, but now you seeing the girl that you went to school with. She got this basketball player or this lawyer or whatever, and now you want what she want. So now your man ain't good enough. Even though the thing is this, we always want what somebody else had, but you don't know what they're dealing with.
You don't know
her between a
what they're
washer and
going
dryer,
through.
and
Well,
your
you
man
want
is
it.
sitting up here
Exactly,
rubbing your feet,
okay.
adoring you, but he ain't good enough because of what the image is portraying on social media. So you can get what you looking for when it ain't
Yeah.
the cuteness you looking for, and you get busted upside your head.
Okay, because you don't know. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I got that you think you want.
But let me ask
this
y'all
is
this:
kind
are
of
the women
funny.
doing a good job? Go ahead, Brittany.
It's kind of funny because so I was just because this kind of goes with like Jada. I was watching somebody they was doing. Have y'all seen that movie Kingdom Come?
Yeah,
It's got like
Kingdom
Jada
Come.
and LL Cool J and all them.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so Jada Pinkett, she was in it, and she was married to Anthony Anderson, and she was one of those people where like she wanted to marry some guy, and she was always talking about how she should have been married to the other guy and how her husband don't satisfy her and all this other type of stuff.
Embarrassing.
And then like at the funeral, she was talking to the girl that's married to the guy that she's always been coveting, and she was saying like sometimes she don't even know where her husband is. So it's like
but that's the life you wanted.
You think you want something and you don't really know what comes with it.
Everybody always got it. Okay,
yes, we have to go to that old statement. I'm sorry, but and I'm true. I didn't find out the hard way. I found this shit out the hard way. The grass is not greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it at, where you want it to work at, where
just
you
about to say that you took it.
where you want what you want to work with, who you want to work it out with.
Water your
But we
own
always
grass.
see that diamond across the
grass is
street.
green.
Nah, my gold band ain't good enough because it ain't a diamond in it. Nah, I'm like, oh, but the diamond then lost more value than the gold over time, right?
Right.
And that's what we always looking for something that we like think we need and we don't need it.
It should never be a time where you, as a married person, embarrass your spouse. Now, I understand we might want to talk about some things. You might have one or two people who you can go to. You know they ain't gonna judge you or the other person, and they'll tell you when they right and you know and when you're wrong as well. But going to the internet just embarrassing your husband, I just would never do that. Like, even if I don't care how bad somebody's husband is, why go to the internet? Go to your friend and let.
But you know what? But it's not giving you any brownie points. It's going to boost your spouse brownie points because it's gonna be people over the internet that's looking at you like, why would you even do something like this? It's another woman out there praying on, like, let me go ahead and get her husband and
Wishing
treat
they
him like
had that
he's
man.
supposed, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
And this the thing, it's gonna be fucked up to say, man. But that's the difference between men and women. We ain't go. I'm being honest. I never just publicly denounce nobody I'm with because I seem like a motherfucking fool if I'm still with them, right? Like, then why are you staying? Me ain't gonna take a little bit more action. Either we leaving or we cheating. Y'all want to talk about it, embarrass, and probably still cheating the new women for sure. Just get the fuck on,
So
leave
let
it.
me ask y'all a question. Are we trying to even build relationships these days? Or are we just are we trying to be in real relationships?
I want to
okay.
be married.
I say this. Surprisingly, I've seen a lot of people lately who are more towards I want to settle down. I want to have the family. I want
Okay.
because
Because I don't see it,
because
Tavy.
at
I'm
one
glad you do.
point it was like that's all you saw. We just here for a hookup, that type of
Right.
thing. But that wears out, especially with women. That gets to a point where you like, you know what, like this ain't I ain't trying to be bed hopping or playing house all my life. Like I want to be able to have a family, and some men too. So it just depends on each individual. But I have seen a spike. I'm like, dang, you want to be married? Okay, then look at you.
Right. Well, let's say most of us up here got children. Are we teaching our children how to be husbands? Are we preparing them to be wives? Or is that overlooked? That's tacky because, like, I don't see anyone doing it.
I've been talking about that shit to my son. I told him I want him to keep his innocence as long as possible.
Like,
I don't
yeah,
know
he
what's the
got to marry
appropriate age,
somebody
Yeah.
out here.
but
He
like I
got to
told
marry
him,
some girl
And
out
those
here.
are, but you know what?
when you get a wife and a kid and yada yada, and I tell him I regret not being with his mom and stuff like that, but we weren't never together. I try to be as soft as possible, but real as possible at the same time with him with most situations like that.
And part of it has to do with if your children have a two-parent home, how is that relationship? You have
And but
to
this the
portray
thing,
in front of them too how you want. Okay, the way Sean treats me now, Deshaun, my youngest son, and now he's doing the exact same thing. He's making sure if my husband not around, he's opening the door for me. He's opening the door for his sisters. He's seeing, okay, this is what a man's supposed to do. We don't let her take the bags in the house. We don't let him pump gas. But these are the characteristics that he's starting to take on. So sometimes we have to, as parents, be careful how we portray that marriage in front of our children, because if it's negative, they're gonna want to stay away from it. They're gonna be like, well, I saw mom and daddy going through this, so I don't think I want to do that. But then at the same time, it might be, well, that ain't necessarily gonna be how my marriage is. They might take that chance. But I think it's ultimately up to the parents, to me, to be able to set that tone for our children.
Because I'm just
I
thinking
gotta.
like, hold on just 1 second there. I was just thinking like, okay, when I was growing up, did my mother actually say this prepare me to be a wife? Now, as I got older, I seen her helping me, saying you don't want to do this or you don't want to do that, or this is what you should do for your husband. Those type of things, but it's not implanted in us as women. When I see these girls fighting, y'all, this really breaks my heart. These are young, beautiful women that should be thinking about marriage and having a young man in their life to get married and have a family. And that's not what I'm seeing. It's so much chaos with these young women. Everybody
That's
got
the
on
turn up
bonnet.
girls.
I
Them the
don't
ones
think.
those are the
I,
turn up girls.
I don't think women hear enough of this from men that they not in relationships with, and it's a lot of single women. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all could think I'm bullshitting, but since I was 19 years old, I hated seeing any girl fights. It's disgusting to me.
Mhm.
It don't look at it like a you're not carrying yourself like a lady at all. I
Mm-mm.
mean, I seen one of the most attractive women. I mean, I had a crush on this girl. I seen her have a fight, and I looked at her like, oh, you disgust. We end up having sex later in years after. But when I seen her, and she got beat up, she was so cute. She was so beautiful. I ain't lying. But when I seen her getting beat up too, and I'm like, y'all really think y'all doing something? And it's one of the biggest turnoffs in the world
The
for me
question.
ever.
So why is it women? Why are we like that? we have a tendency to, okay, she looking at me. She could be admiring your shoes, but you thinking, you know what I'm saying? Now you got an attitude because she looking at you. I mean, she could literally be admiring your outfit. Oh man, I really like her hair or whatever. And in your mind, it's negative. Oh, what you looking at? You ready to pop off. But why are we like that? Why are we
I,
so quick to, be ready to fight or
Good
be
question,
competitive
Tay.
or, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me.
Tay
It's
That's a
Tay,
like,
very good
I
question.
haven't.
I
I'm gonna be
don't know.
honest. I can't answer for women, but I'm gonna give you my perspective because I did give it a lot of thought. Right. So now you got more, and I'm just being honest. You got more women trying to emulate men. They say bro to their homegirl. I hate it. They they say they got hoes like they niggas. No, you're
yep.
the hoe if you got hoes, sweetheart. Sorry.
Hmm.
And so now they taking it to the fighting because niggas do shooting, right? And I felt
Hmm.
like if they really, if they like,
Girls
it'd
shoot
be
too.
less fighting if they took it to the constant to stages the niggas take it to, like, well, we just gonna shoot you. I ain't even fighting you, and it's real consequences behind the fighting. But really, it's just like, okay, it's a girl fight. Fuck it, we gonna fuck them hoes up, and we gonna leave whatever the fuck they doing, and it's irritating the fuck out me. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's the
I
worst thing
hate
in the
that
world.
for us as women.
I hate it.
It's I've never been a fighter, always a lover. And I don't, it ain't like I don't because I don't see that I'm not a confrontational person. So can't see
But
myself just randomly or you know what I'm saying? Like what type of person are you every time you turn around you beefing with somebody? What does
But
that say
Tay
about
Tay,
your character though?
you know, but they just say this about women too, and I meant to end off on this. And all that what I just said mixed with they say how women are just naturally bitchy or catty. That's where that shit come from. That's what
It's
I
learned
been came
behavior.
down to.
It's learned behavior.
It is.
Because if
It's
your
learned behavior.
household is
It
like
is.
that, then that's
It's
what you're gonna do.
right because now you have these little kids. Zion just came and told me that one of her classmates choked another classmate. He had it was a line around his neck and he was turning red. Like why are children choking other kids? Because this is what you see. So now you seeing all this fighting. Because listen, okay, so y'all out, y'all at home, y'all fighting. The kids are watching. They're there. The kids are seeing what's
But
being done. Just like y'all seen that video of them little kids. They were imitating the girls going out. They had on their mama big old heels. They had cups in their hands. They had the purses because they see this is what happens when mama go out. This how we supposed to look. So yeah, this is learned behavior. This is what they think is supposed to happen. But now those same children grow up. We think it's cute because they little. Oh, look at them.
Thank you.
But they grow up
They're
to be
gonna grow up, and
adults.
now they're
They
gonna
grow up to be
use.
adults because there's no correction.
That's
There's
the
no
part right
correction.
there.
And even if you are like that, to me, you should be protecting your children from that type of image so they can be better than you. But the mentality some of these people have is just horrible and disgusting.
All right. Before I go on our last subject, which is the Pistons, Regina or Carlton, you got something on there?
Pistons, you said?
Yeah.
That's the next subject.
Like, they were a serious disappointment the other day. Like, I ain't expect them to actually get blown out by what was about 12 points or so.
Well, if y'all don't know, in YouTube land, we are from the D, and the Detroit Pistons are our team. We are in the playoffs, number 1 seed, and lost the first game.
I'm gonna try to plug the hold on. I'm gonna try to
We got more cookies still. We shouldn't have lost that first game.
I'm gonna try to pull this
Give them
up.
some grace.
No,
Again, they gonna come back.
No grace. Everybody, they've been tired. They've been hustling all this time. When the last time they was in the number one? It's been years.
Yeah.
So they finally got to this point. So it could be, they got a little tired. Sharetta, you try it. You get your behind out there and you play as a team member.
Okay, hold on.
But they Tay, you can't tell her that these are paid trained professionals.
That's true. Yeah, I know. But they still get tired. They still are humans.
I heard they blamed it up.
Collapse. Like their bodies go through a lot of stuff too. More than ours do.
I'm gonna go with it like this. I'm gonna just give a quick opinion on it. My
doing?
dude went to the game. I didn't watch it, but I did bet on
I'm
it.
gonna plug this one. I'm trying to get it. About you didn't watch it?
Cheryl got her highlights. We can't see the top of it though, Cheryl. We can't see the top of it. the low lights of. Okay, now we can see it. But yeah, these are the low lights. The Pistons played the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic was and we were at home and lost. Cade went off. I ain't gonna lie, Cade went off. He did not have help. Duran did not show up in this game. He was nowhere to be found. I don't know what Tobias Harris and the rest of them was doing, but everywhere, I don't know. They was nowhere to be found. And Shantae, I don't want to hear that. That's a loser mentality. You are the number one seed. There's no reason why you should not have won that game at home. At home.
Okay, Rex. Me. I didn't watch it. My dude went to the game. He seen it. And he said, damn, man, it looked like they was paid to damn near lose that game. But to me, he said they was rusty, right? And so I looked at the stats. And the biggest stat that I looked at, because Cade went the fuck off. You may say no help. But I looked at it. Cade got 40, right? We lost by 11. But the biggest stat that I went to see assists. We barely had any assists.
That's what I'm saying.
And so with assists, that's a team thing because you got to make the pass and this person has to make it. And that goes to chemistry, right? So I'm gonna say we were low on team chemistry that game, and I don't think I don't think it'd be repeated. Like they only lost. Not saying that. And then this the other fact: when Orlando made the motherfucking beat Charlotte, I called my dude that went to the game and I told him, I say, well, they got a better 1 through 5 than us. We got this point guard and the center better. That's the best. But they got the power forward, small forward, and shooting guard. So it's not just an easy. It's Orlando for the Pistons. Whether they the 8th seed, we the first. That's a good fucking matchup.
That's a tough one. For sure.
I don't want y'all to underestimate it.
For sure.
Girl, he downstairs. I don't know.
But who is that number 2? You saying 1 through 5 better than us? Who's number 2?
Hold on. Listen, Rhett. Let me just tell you this. All right, we got the best point guard, which is Cade Cunningham.
Right. So who better
they got
than Duran over
subs.
here?
No, Duran. Well, I just said our point and center. Duran is our center. He the best center in the series. But Paolo Banchero is the best power forward. Franz Wagner is the best small forward, at least offensively. Assured may be on defense. Hold on. Assured may be, and then Desmond Bane is the best shooting guard. So you see why I said that?
Not the best. They're not consistent.
In that series, who better than Desmond Bane as a shooting guard, Red?
They're not that best. They're not too consistent, especially no.
Who is the better shooting guard between those two teams than Desmond Bane?
Okay, between those two teams.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about this series.
Yeah, but they still iffy. They not consistent.
Okay, but what
look, they still average over. Listen, what they consistently still average to over 20 points a game. Whether it's up and down or not, they average over 20 a game.
We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow they get redemption.
I'm going for the Pistons, but I'm saying they match up well with us.
What you giving them in? And what? So what you giving them in? What they gonna beat them in?
Oh, we going to 6 or 7 games this series.
No, we going to 7. We going to 7 to get beat up by the next round.
No, I don't think we're gonna lose the next round. I think if we click, we could make it all the way to the finals at least, and we could be out, and we could physically out fuck up Oklahoma or somebody if we was to name. We got. I don't think
you 20. You need somebody that's gonna give you 20 every night.
Duran can. I'm sorry, I didn't seen it.
But he did not on the first game.
So I don't know.
Listen, I was on betting. Cade, I don't even think he had 8 assists.
Okay.
He had 3 or 4, Sharetta. That's it.
He did.
Well, that's what I told you. I looked at the chemistry. It's not good at all, that game.
What do y'all think about Cade playing still, even though should he have been playing? He had just had a lung he was just, had a lung collapse.
No, he had came back at the end of the season. Sure,
he came back, but
his way in, so he's been ready for the playoffs.
He was recovered. Do you think he had?
Yes, they wouldn't have brought him back at the early end of the season because those games was almost meaningless.
Yeah, he just didn't have no help.
You see, he went off for 40. Shit, yeah, he was ready. He should have
He
been
was
there.
ready. He just didn't have no help. So I hope the Pistons go turn this around because they disappointed me out of everybody that played this weekend.
That's
And
because
I
that's
want-
the only team your heart with, as it
And
should
that
be.
ain't even true. I just jumped back on their bandwagon. Shoot.
Oh no, see no. That's you better
Yeah,
stay with
I did. Girl, they too no. I love their defense, but who ain't nobody got no offense but Cade.
Jalen got it, Sharetta.
yeah.
He can't score more than 10 a night.
straight too though.
No,
Oh, you talking about
he was an
Dirk?
all-star
You
this
talking about
season. Sharetta, he averaged about 18, 19 a game.
Okay, he gonna
A
have to show
double-double.
up. He gonna have to show up then. He
Show up
can't
and
just
show out. Listen.
I'm
He
just
gotta
saying,
be a
at least
beast.
give him 2-3 games in the series to be like he ain't shit. Just don't write him off after one, please.
I'm disappointed off this first one. Carlton, you ain't disappointed after this one?
For sure, I am. I mean, the bum shouldn't have lost by 12 points to them, but you know it is what it is. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I mean,
At
But Carl-
home.
You did say you agreed that they a good matchup for each other, right?
oh, for sure. Hey, to be honest, I was afraid when I saw
They a
them
defensive
play.
team too, Sharetta. They slow
They
the pace down to every game.
They
The
will.
Pistons
Whatever
one of the
last
top
series they played
defensive
before
teams in the
us,
league.
They was slapping on them.
But look, Orlando Charlotte beat them.
Charlotte
No,
beat who?
who
Charlotte got
beat
knocked
Orlando?
out by them to even make it to the
Who
playoffs.
beat Orlando? They lost their first game, didn't they?
Did they?
I thought they
The
lost their
Or
first.
no? Or did they have to win too?
Yeah, I
One
thought
of
they
them.
had to win two to get in.
Oh no! Philly beat them with no Embiid,
Oh, okay.
and that's how. Well, yeah, Philly beat them.
Mm,
No, Philly beat Charlotte. Shit.
I don't know.
Oh
I don't know. All I-
Orlando had to beat the Heat. That's who they had to beat to get in.
Oh, okay. I just be. I know we
Orlando
gonna win.
beat the Heat to get in. Yeah, that's
They
that's what it was.
guaranteed that we was gonna win game two, which we shouldn't have won game one. But hey, I'm trying to get these bums in and out.
They ain't bums. And they just got Franz Wagner back. That nigga a star. Like, I'm being honest, they got 2 players on their team that can be, I'm being honest, Sharetta, that can get the max when they re-up to stay with their team. I'm talking about like they might get a
Oh, why
$300
they
million
number 8
contract
then?
in there.
Why they number 8?
Franz Wagner was hurt for a lot of part of this fucking
And then Banchero, I seen him the other day. He had like 15, and then the other day he had 30. That's what I'm saying.
But guess what? That average out to 22 points a game, and that's the way the NBA works.
Because Bang go pick it up if he don't get it.
That's just how this shit
And
is.
Suggs pissed me off. He went off in that first quarter and then just was like,
He ain't scored
Okay.
shit else. And I'm
All
betting
right,
on
sis.
you was betting on him too. See, that's how you know he ain't scored another point. I don't think.
man,
Yeah.
I was like, what is
Yeah.
going on? They
Yeah.
can get your money on DraftKings, dude.
Oh,
All
you?
right,
I'm
anybody else before we end tonight? Thank y'all for coming on. Hope y'all enjoyed. I appreciate anybody. Where can they reach you at, Tay Tay?
I can't be
it's-
reached.
Can you be reached?
I can't be reached.
Cookie, can you be reached?
Only on here.
Only
You can
on
check
here.
me. Yeah,
Leave a
you can check
comment,
me out
and I'll
on Here
come back.
for It All every Tuesday night between
Thank you,
9 to
Dale.
11 p.m. And we
Dale, I
here
like
for
your
it all.
jersey too. Let me see that shirt you got on. I like that.
And if you see me
Okay,
out in
Right.
public,
that's
don't
right.
say nothing.
What kind of shoes you got to go with it?
I ain't gonna lie. I got about 5 pair I could wear with this shit.
Okay, Brittany, where can they meet you
Which
at?
ones, Red?
Y'all like them black brown, them black ones. Where can they meet you at?
Lucky
where we
yellow,
going with
lucky
it?
yellow.
Here
So they
for
can
the
go-
Room podcast
Yeah.
on Tuesdays, 9 o'clock.
These probably go the best though.
Carlito, where can these people find you at on the gram?
See me
Okay, we
anywhere.
should've told
You
us
liable to
that.
see
Me
me anywhere.
anywhere.
I'm
It's
gonna
going
get an
down.
Instagram, so next time you say that shit or whatever, yeah, you can catch me at my Instagram just to sound a little bit more professional.
I'm Auntie Cheryl. I'm your
I'm
good
gonna share my
girl.
gram a little bit later.
Listen.
Okay, y'all gotta put y'all gram name up under y'all name. Go ahead, Auntie. What
telling
you know you next to worldwide. Auntie
Okay.
worldwide.
Make sure you follow. I follow
All
back.
platforms. Get it, Auntie.
So,
All
my
platforms.
girl, I'm your good girl. Y'all can reach me on Instagram at @CWhirl. That's @CWHIRL. I'm on
Baby was
Facebook,
ready.
Cheryl E. McCool. Baby, you can catch me right here every Tuesday night. Or you can catch me on my email at Lizzie Goose.
Did you know that was my real name,
.com.
Brendan?
Yeah.
Brendan, did you know that's my real name right here?
Oh, they know Saint was your real name. They thought you were
Saint.
just trying to say you a saint.
That's
Oh,
my
we know
real
she
name.
ain't a
Yeah,
saint.
I've been on that.
That's her real middle name. I don't know what my
Doretta
mama
Saint
was
Day.
thinking. I
That's
don't know
her
where that
maiden
came.
name,
Shredder,
y'all.
where did that come from?Id she ever tell you?
I'm a saint, girl.
No, you know.
It's been real,
Okay.
y'all. Have a good night.
You too, Cookie.
Good night.
See y'all later. Thank y'all for
Good
joining.
night.
And I like how you kept it short and sweet on the get back, right? I like that.
All right.
Ease back into everything. That's the way you start a relationship off. Let it ease. Don't force nothing.
Don't force nothing. Don't force nothing at
I
all.
like that. So y'all have a great night. It's good
All
seeing
right,
y'all.
y'all too. All right, see y'all.
Good night.